Every life is worthy of respect. Every single person deserves that. Deserves home and community and dignity.
To be homeless, you find yourself in a world of invisibility and misunderstanding. This is a world where you are labeled as untrustworthy or mentally ill. The biggest one, an addict of some kind. People look at you and act like they don't see you because they don't want to think what could be. This is the invisible part of homelessness, and a sad one at times. Well, to start with, I've lived on the street for almost 10 years.
I've been a working man all my life.
I was building circuit boards for computers back in the day when Fred Flintstone was around.
I was married for 16 years, had 4 children, 8 grandchildren now.
I was working taxi driver like 2000.
Graduated college in '79. Mechanical science, marketing, and engineering.
I've been a builder all my life, a designer, a plumber, lots of things with my hands.
In 6, I have an accident in Europe and they give me fire.
Where am I going to sleep and where am I going to eat and where am I going to be safe?
We are all one paycheck away from homelessness. I mean, that's just the way society is structured these days.
Homelessness, it can happen to anybody. We've had people here who have had full-time jobs and good careers, and for one reason or another, they've fallen on hard times.
And the story of Circle the City is it started in a shoebox. So I had a shoebox in the drug closet, and I'd throw in, somebody'd hand me a 20 and say, you know, go do something for somebody. So I'd throw the 20 in the shoebox, and money started piling up in there, and when we'd need something, it might be a hearing aid battery or XXL clothing, whatever it was, I'd go to the shoebox and we had the money. And I say, you know, it was amazing that over those years there was always enough money in that shoebox. And I came to realize it was the love of the community in that box. So the shoebox grew and the needs grew, and eventually it became a bank account, and the bank account became an organization, and it was Circle the City.
You know what I mean? Because I was hurting bad, I couldn't walk.
Excuse me for using the term rape, but it's happened to me and I've had to cope with it.
It got somewhere on the street, the alcohol and the drugs and that was a little bit too much.
I was 17 days in the ER.
The misunderstanding part is that you are either out to steal or out to get what you can for free. It may be true for some, but not all, and all people tend to put you in with the all.
You know, this is the only organization like this in the whole state of Arizona that does exactly what we do. And there are only like 50 to 60 of these throughout the United States.
Generally, in a situation where a respite center doesn't exist, the homeless population ends up using the emergency center and a hospital quite frequently. They use hospital services in general more frequently. And so as a community, we're paying a higher toll to take care of them. In our environment, we're probably less than 25% of that cost if they're here recovering versus in a hospital recovery.
Things that brings a patient here is their acute medical need. That's the primary reason they come here.
On top of that, though, they have social needs, they have financial needs, they have mental health needs. So we have a team together that will help provide the services for all of those things.
So when hospitals send patients to us, they are typically uninsured, and a lot of times they can't go back to the streets, your typical shelter, or even the home in which they were staying is not safe for them to go back to.
When a new patient comes in, they get a clean bed with sheets and pillows, and they have a nice chair, and they have a place. We give them new underwear and clothing. They have some drawers there, and most of them, they're not alone. They're here with others so that they can really rest, sleep, and heal while they're here at Circle the City.
Just to know that I'm safe at night and I have a warm place to sleep and food in my stomach, you know, just being out on the streets. They constantly, 24 hours around the clock, they monitor us, you know what I mean, the whole works. And I just got surgery on my foot, So they're gonna do my other foot, and then they're gonna do, come next month, they're gonna do my nose. I'm being put back together.
The last operation I had was about 2 months ago. That was the first time I walked in a year. This is also true with the mentally ill part. Some people think you have no mind or thoughts of your own. This is a very sad part of this world called homeless, because you do have a mind and thoughts of your own, and know right from wrong, even if you have no home.
About 80% of homeless people have some kind of mental illness.
What's wrong with me, you know what I mean? And I couldn't figure it out. So this happened since I was like 25 years old, and I've been going through life, you know what I mean, like lost in another sense, you know what I mean?
When I came to this place, I'm sorry to say, I was a very angry individual for what had happened to me.
We have to meet people where they are. We simply have to keep doing our absolute best to provide services, and provide compassion, and to provide care, regardless of what those reactions are.
I was pretty angry. So these people, you know, had to put with my anger up for about a good week or so and stuff like that.
And yeah, like I said, 6 months here has done me a wonder of good. It really has.
It's a nice place. I like this place. They give it a good surface.
The vast majority of the time, when people have some time to adjust to that and to accept that, it transforms them.
It's like the body first, build up my strength and stamina, and then work on the mind. I do painting, I do writings and stuff like that.
Well, this month we had our first thing with Sister Pat. She read one of my poems, and I mean, just to be recognized for something like that was pretty neat, you know, because I do a lot of writing and stuff, and she picked one of my poems, and it was pretty cool.
Throughout the 2 years that we've been open, 2+ years, a number of pieces of artwork here that patients have done, going back to 2012, 2013. The whole thing is giving folks that are experiencing homelessness a sense of dignity, respect, with their artwork, with their gifts, their skills as well.
We have a piano teacher that comes in and teaches piano and voice. Can you imagine for someone who's never had the opportunity for that kind of one-on-one personal attention?
My reward is sometimes it's few and far between, you know. It's the ex-patient coming to see you maybe a year later, tears in their eyes saying, I'm doing okay.
If you're lucky, you run into a place that looks like any other building, but inside this place called CTC, or Circle the City, there are a very special group of staff and volunteers that will help in any way they can to get you up and out of this world called homeless.
Encourage members of our community to get involved and get to know these people in whatever capacity they're able to, whether it's volunteering at the Medical Respite Center or another, plenty of agencies in town who help this population. So I think getting to know them is one of the greatest ways to destigmatize the population, get to know them as individuals.
We strategically want to explore more ways to serve the homeless population in an integrated model. So our first model is our respite center. The second two models that we're actually in the process of implementing are a behavioral health team that will serve a population of 100 severely mentally ill homeless folks. We're also attempting to open up a federally qualified health center. That will be an ambulatory clinic, meaning a family clinic that homeless and really folks of all ages can come into the clinic and get services.
This place is like heaven to a lot of people, you know what I mean? Places where nobody would take them in, and they're hurt. All they needed was somebody to hold their hand, or you know what I mean, or hug them and stuff like that, you know. And I've been wanting a hug for a long, long time.
This is my very last day. Since I've been here December 24th, I came in. I'm proud of myself because my daughter told me that she was proud of me for making this decision. Here I am now, getting ready to get my first apartment in my life. And I'm very, very happy, excited, and everything all at the same time about it.
hope that, you know, organizations like this will continue to spring up throughout Phoenix area and throughout the United States. And, you know, one day we can have a model like this all over.
And this is what makes this a special place, this building called Circle the City, or CTC. God bless them all.